Well, hello indie people, how are you doing? And welcome to day 4 of World Autism Awareness Week. Today I'm going to be talking about 5 things not to say to an autistic person. Now this video is not about me having a rant, it's more about taking certain things that people have said and really talking about my personal opinion on these 5 things and how they may be offensive to an autistic person. But of course, if you want to learn more about autism, then consider subscribing down below and hitting the notification bell, because I have been making a ton of videos this week. If you've missed my previous 3 videos that I've done this week, then don't worry, there's a playlist down below of all the videos that I'm doing for World Autism Awareness Week. So go and check out those videos if you haven't seen them already, and I really do appreciate your support. Now the first one I think is something quite harmful to an autistic person, and that is, you don't look autistic. I know someone who is severely autistic. You don't seem to be like them. Not all autistic people look the same. Just because someone is autistic does not mean we exhibit the same traits or behaviours or even look the same. Autism has many faces and appears in many different ways. There are different severities of autism. So for myself, I am considered to be high functioning. I know general social norms and can act appropriately in social environments. However, you do have autistics who are considered low functioning, and I don't like labels at all. Someone who is low functioning may not have that social etiquette. Just because I don't look autistic, even though autism doesn't have a specific look, doesn't mean that I am not actually autistic. Now the second saying that I have for you guys is something that comes across quite weird to me and I don't fully understand it. And that saying is, everyone is a little autistic. Now it really depends in what context you mean someone is a little autistic when they're not diagnosed as autistic. Mainly my understanding of this phrase is social awkwardness, missing social cues, that sort of thing. However, there's quite a lot more to do with autism. So you have stimming, you have sensory issues, social communication issues, that sort of thing. And I personally don't find that phrase offensive, but I think there is a difference between someone being socially awkward, hardly making eye contact, to someone who is autistic, who has real trouble making eye contact and communicating effectively. But that's just my personal opinion on it. I would love to know yours down below in the comments below. Now the third saying that I have for you guys is something that I've heard before and it really annoys me. Autistic people can't feel empathy, which is not true. In fact, a lot of us on the spectrum feel emotion harder than someone who doesn't have autism. And from my personal experience, sometimes I have trouble being able to relate to someone's situation. This is just due to lack of experience with that situation at that time. And I think because we have trouble sometimes understanding someone's position or having trouble putting themselves in another person's shoes, people mistake that for a lack of empathy. I know when someone is feeling upset about something, and when someone's upset, the first thing I do is ask, are you okay? Is there anything I can do for you? Do you want me to leave? I'm actually there for the person, feeling sorry for them and wanting to try and help them, which is showing empathy because I'm caring for that person. Just that statement in general is just complete bogus. Autistic people do feel empathy, but it's just not in a way that is conventional or ordinary or considered normal. Now the fourth saying that I've got for you guys is something that I've not personally experienced, but I know other people have. And the saying is, you must be really high functioning. Now this statement actually upsets me quite a lot, because just because someone appears to be coping in a situation such as a nightclub, for example, where there's lots of flashing lights, loud music, etc., does not mean that they don't find things difficult in other aspects. If someone was to say to me, oh Andy, you must be really high functioning, you know, you're coping with the situation so well. The reason that I would be coping so well is because I've had a lot of experience with that situation by actually putting myself in that situation over and over again, and also learning how to cope in that situation if it does get too much, which allows me to cope in that situation a lot better. Just because you see me in a situation that I appear to be comfortable in does not mean I have struggles of my own which I'm still trying to overcome and progress with. Actually guys, it's getting a little bit dark in here. Why don't I put the light on? There we go. And finally, the fifth thing not to say to an autistic person is you must be really good with maths, IT, numbers, algebra, binary code. This is simply not the case. There are autistics, however, who do love maths and are really good with computers and really good with numbers and algebra. However, not all autistics are the same. For myself, I really like maths. I love how it's logical and there's a logical process to maths. However, some people on the spectrum just can't understand it. You know, for them it's not logical, there's not much sense in maths or computers. They may have other interests, like drawing for example, making music, that kind of thing. So not every autistic that you meet is going to be good with maths and numbers. And really with that is the end of this video. Thank you so much for joining me today. I just hope this video's helped clear some misconceptions about autism, and also I hope this video's helped with the understanding that not every autistic person is the same. You know, we are all very different, very unique in our own individual ways. But for now, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe down below if you're brand new. Stay you, stay indie. I hope you have a really good day, and I will see you all in tomorrow's video. See you later, guys.